Hey guys, it's Birder here again. I'm just getting ready to do my actual run of my Pokemon Platinum Let's Play. You may wonder why this is the first Let's Play I choose, and you're an idiot because this, well, first of all, Diamond, Pearl, Platinum, the entire 4th generation, fantastic games, astonishingly good. It's a little depressing. Black and White are a little bit of a letdown coming from these games, but teach their own. Anyways, Platinum, it's still basically the same as Diamond and Pearl, but it improves enough that it warrants being listed as a better game than either of those. So this is my favorite Pokemon game of all time. The intro, like most of the intros, you know, it's not astonishingly great, but it's okay. It's not bad. It could be worse. Anyways, now that we're getting towards the end of this thing, oh, I wonder who that guy is. I wonder if he might be the villain. Probably not. I can't see how that would be a thing. Oh, there's Giratina. That's a creepy face. I don't remember making that in game. Anyways, yeah, just in case you're wondering, I have finally established what team I'm going to be using. So I will be picking Piplup as my starter. Very solid starter, water. It's got a nice steel element to it as well. You know, pretty great. It's mainly added in to balance so that the fire type starter can actually do damage to it. But you know, whatever. Those are just some little hints and tips. If you've never played a Pokemon game before. If you haven't played a Pokemon game before, watching this one video, you should completely understand how to play Pokemon games. At least as well as that information will give you. Anyways, the rest of my team is going to be a Ponyta, a male Burmy so that it can turn into a Mothim, a Meditite, a Nosepass, and a Leafeon. I'll have a Bidoof and a Chatot as HM slaves, pretty much nothing else. I might try to use them a little bit. I'm not going to use any other guys in battle, but I might use Bidoof and Chatot a little bit, depending on if I feel like I need to, if I really need, you know, flying or normal, or if it's just that one of my other guys is being really ineffective and I need some more muscle on the team, I might switch out for one of those guys. Also, I've been given the condition that, well, a lot of people wanted to see me play with the Garchomp, and they take a little bit of time to get to, in case you haven't played before and don't know. So basically, as soon as it's available, I have to get rid of one of the guys on my team and replace him with a Gible. So, just so you know, I'll probably be replacing whoever's the shittiest on my team. You know, whoever's really just like sucking it up. Yeah, so that's pretty much it. Yeah, I play as a girl in all these games, which I know, you know, might seem weird since I'm pretty obviously not a girl. Of course I am. I'm the prettiest girl ever. Sorry, that's I don't talk about that side of myself. His nose isn't big enough, but I'll just call him Gavin anyways. Yeah, so I usually pick the girl just because while they put a decent amount of styling into the rival that they've had in the past few games, that the male rival, almost always male, that is not one of the player characters, they don't really put much styling into the main male player character. The female characters usually have a lot more styling, and they're just, you know, it's easier to look at because the male is basically like 2 colors and nothing else. You get a little more variety here. I think she has a little scarf. Yeah, she has a little scarf in this game. So, you know, whatever. Alright, basically, what I just said on the little TV thing, unimportant. completely ignore it. This has nothing to do with anything. This little douchebag is just running into my room, looking at all my shit, you know? Well, fuck it, whatever. I'm about to do the same time, so it doesn't really matter. Okay, this is the first native to DS Pokemon game. Well, it's the third in the series, but these are the first ones. So, it's X, except that I have that registered to Y. It's X for menu, and then Y is your, I think it was select in the old Game Boy games, like what you'd put your bike to, basically. Man, these all look awful. Okay, well, we're gonna go old school. Yeah, A to proceed, B to go back. That's pretty much it. And then D-pad to move around. You can use L and R for some stuff. I think you use to move around the PC. I don't really use those that much. I prefer to just use the D-pad. Get prepared to hear that sound a lot, because that's the sound that you hear whenever you bump into something. And you know what? That's gonna fucking happen about every goddamn second. Yeah, so that's your mom. She's pretty chill. She's like, you know, you can just leave the house, whatever, however old you are. I think most of the Pokemon protagonists in canon are like in their early to mid-teens, if that. I think these people look like they're around probably 15. But still, you know, fucking 15-year-old, just go gallivanting around the world with mythical creatures that basically dogfight for our amusement. That's one thing. I've seen, I think PETA did a spoof on Pokemon talking about how bad it is. This is a nice shameless plug by Nintendo for their shitty console. Notice that's not the Wii U. The Wii U is fine. The Wii sucks. I'm also probably going to gradually get more profane as I ease into these videos and feel a little more comfortable with them, but right now I'm trying not to, just because I don't want to have to put like a language warning on my videos or anything like that. Completely lost my train of thought. Oh yeah, PETA did something, it was like a spoof that was supposed to like make you feel bad for how like the Pokemon were abused or something like that, but if you understand the Pokemon canon at all, which is, I mean, this is spouted at children all day long. Pokemon are your friends, they're basically like pets, and then battling is just something that they normally do. It's like when dogs play fight, not when they, you know, like go for the throat and like kill each other, but when they like play fight and just like assert dominance, that's basically what Pokemon battling is. Another quick tip, always press A in all dialogue. Don't press B to skip forward, because then you'll accidentally hit no, and that's going to cut you into dialogue loops, because almost any time someone asks you a question in these games, you want to say yes, because those are the only times your protagonist gets to express themselves, and while saying no is usually closer to the correct response, at least as far as you feel, it for some reason doesn't get you anywhere. It's like people don't want to let you do things that sound as if you aren't completely in love with your Pokemon, which, I mean, I like and have grown a little attached to some of the guys, some of the little buggers I've had on save files for, you know, like 3 or 4 years, but I mean, they're just computer bytes. If something happened and like my cartridge broke, I'd be more upset, but if something happened and my like data just got erased, fuck it. I mean, come on, I don't really care that much. It's not that big of a deal. Okay, this is Turtwig. I'm not gonna pick him. He's a grass type, evolves into grass and ground as a Torterra. This is Chimchar. His final form in Fernape is firefighting. And then we have our little Piplup over here, and this is who we're picking. Little penguin Pokemon, so cute. Right, and so he turns into a Water Steel type. Pretty fantastic. anyways, my team is reasonably balanced. If you know like anything about these games, no, oh, sorry, folks. Right, so team's reasonably balanced, I guess, but I'll probably still suck it up and lose a lot. Be absolutely horrible. I'm probably gonna lose this battle, knowing my luck. But I don't really give a shit. I mean, unless you're being like masochistic and just like hating yourself for the rest of your life, or planning to in any case, there is no penalty at all to anything negative that can happen to you in these games. If you lose, you can lose a little bit of money, but that's why if you think you're getting into a situation, or if you start to feel underleveled, if you think you're getting into a situation where you're gonna lose, just spend all your money. Just spend it all on all the like great balls and ultra balls and super potions and shit that you'd buy anyways. Go and buy them then, instead of waiting until the end of the game when you have a ton of money and you're buying like hundreds of them at once. Man, this is an irritating fight. Withdraw. Right, so just go ahead and spend all of it, and then there is absolutely no reason not to go into fights. Occasionally it can be beneficial. There have been times in some games when I get to the end of the game, realize I'm underleveled, and I'll grind on the Elite Four, and by that I mean I will just go as far as I can on the Elite Four not healing until all my guys are completely dead and I get kicked back out to the entrance. So when all my guys are fully healed, I lose a decent amount of the money that I gained in that, but I try to just buy full restores with whatever's left over. Because those are obviously the best healing item. So I try to buy those, maybe a little bit of revives and stuff like that. Yeah, level 6. I try to just buy those, lose all my money, and then just go back into train. So there is absolutely like no negative repercussions unless it's something you impose on yourself. So that's one good thing. That's probably what most people would say is like the main factor that determines this is a kid's game. I mean, a lot of the dialogue and stuff's pretty silly, and some of the stuff's kind of trying to be cutesy, but that's probably the main thing that people would say makes this like a child's game or a casual game, which that term is just offensive to me because there are people that are more hardcore, but I don't feel like the people that actually have jobs or other things they do in their life should be called casuals, especially not in an offensive manner. I think I'll go over here and talk to this guy's mom. It's also a good idea, especially the first time that you play through the game, talk to everybody, go to all the houses, come down here, talk to these people, and go to that house, all that shit. Yeah, you know, fuck that. There's no real reason to do that. I mean, you'll occasionally get things. A lot of the time, I just do it the first playthrough, and then beyond that point, I never talk to anyone unless I remember specifically that they have something worth talking to them for. Like there's a person in the first city, if I was going to play with an Abra, there's a person in the first gym city. They'll trade you for a not bad Machop. It's okay. It's not like astonishingly great, but it's pretty good. They'll trade you an Abra, which, you know, Abra kind of sucks. All it learns is teleport, but it evolves at level 16. It's traded, so it evolves a lot, or it levels a lot faster as well. And this Abra is one of the best Pokemon to possibly use in a playthrough in these games. So I feel like that was really nice. It's kind of great. I mean, they add in like little trades and shit that you can do to get traded guys. It's usually like to get other version exclusives or anything like that. Right. So I feel like it's really nice to give that good of a Pokemon. I'm pretty sure his special attack IV is like a 30. I remember looking it up one time. It's incredibly high. It's set because he's a like set specific Pokemon. But yeah, it's really high. This guy gives me a potion, by the way, whenever I get up to him. But yeah, it's a nice little little helpful boost to anyone that's having trouble, or just anyone that likes Abras and doesn't want to have to catch one because they just teleport away instantly. Yeah, obviously I'm not gonna be using him on this playthrough. I'll probably go back and get him later at some point. I'm just not sure. Also, another thing that I don't usually do that I'm gonna try to do in this, you know, oh, I'm sure you just love hearing all of my plans. I'm sure it's so entertaining. I'm gonna try to go back to any areas that I unlock or gain access to later. I'll try to go back to them as soon as I remember. I'm gonna be trying to keep up. Either through online maps or guides or something, not necessarily where things are, but I just want to keep up what obstacles are where so that I know what all unlocks upon getting, like, let's say strength, for example, what all areas I've been to before, what all of those unlock after I get strength, or surf, etc., things like that. Man, I really need to stop saying yeah, so that's pretty much about it. Man, it takes so long to get to this point. I didn't even think I was taking a long time. Yeah, dear lord, this is a long section. I don't think that I'm. Oh shit, I don't know how to use his name. Yeah. Shout out to my roommate. That's another thing. I watch a lot of Rooster Teeth and Michael Rage Quit Jones Let's Plays, so pretty strongly influenced by that. So if you don't like them, you're probably not gonna like this. You might if you like the games, and I don't usually shout quite as much. And another good thing is there aren't cutscenes in these games, or not really. If there are, I'll probably be staring at them in astonishment myself, so I won't be talking over them, but all the rest of it is text, so hopefully you can read about as fast as I'm hitting A on this. If you can't, it's probably not important anyways. I think I'll try to slow down a little bit, I guess, so that there's so you can at least pause and read if you really haven't played these games and are that curious about the quote story. Yeah, so I'll do that. I don't think I'm gonna get in the first gen this game, or this video. This is ridiculous. I don't think it's gonna take this long. I really don't want to put out like a 40-minute video as my first video. I feel like it's gonna scare people off really hardcore. I'll probably go until I catch my first Pokemon, which is going to be Bidoof up here. After that, I shouldn't really have much more tutorial stuff involved. Yeah, I feel like. Actually, I'll just I'll get up to the city north of here, and I'll cut it at that place. I feel like that's a reasonably decent place to cut it. Yeah. So this is telling you about the basic functions of a Pokemon game. Oh, they did add in this game where, or this might even been added in Diamond and Pearl, where how far you've progressed into the game affects what you can purchase at a Pokemart. I know that sounds like it's been in all of the games, but it's usually just Pokemarts further on in the game sell better stuff. In these games, all the Pokemarts sell the same stuff. The inventory just improves as you get further in the game. I'm actually gonna buy a few more Pokeballs. He gives me some, but I want a couple more. Just because, I mean, you don't really need. Well, okay. I'll buy some potions first. That should help. I'm not sure how difficult Ponytas are to catch. That's another thing. If you're buying Pokeballs, buy them in groups of 10. I don't remember. I think it was added in Ruby and Sapphire. But what you want to do is buy 10 Pokeballs at a time, because if you buy 10 or more, you get a free Premier Ball. but if you buy 20, for example, you don't get 2 Premier Balls, you get 1 per purchase that's over 10. Oh shit, I forgot to go talk to my mom. Well, that's another reason why I'm gonna fucking cut this when I get to that city, because I gotta fucking wander all the way back over here. Yeah, so you want to buy those in multiples of 10. You don't get Premier Balls for the other types of Pokeballs that you can buy, so there's no use trying to buy those in groups of 10. Just buy them all at once. You can only buy up to 99 at a time if you're trying to buy more than that. But yeah, that shouldn't really be much of an issue. I do like the graphical changes they made in these games as opposed to the other ones, like the snow and all that stuff. It's pretty interesting. It's almost like Black 2 and White 2 took their climate change from this game. Nah. That's one thing that that's moderately surprising, actually. Most of the Pokemon games are pretty bad about removing awesome features from the previous games. I'll probably see things in this game, be very nostalgic about them, and complain about the fact they've been removed. But I'm also very cheery because recently I've seen that diagonal movement is 100% confirmed in the new Pokemon games. Fantastic. I mean, that doesn't sound like much. And it's really just a convenience. It's not like it's gonna like radically change the game or make my life 100% easier, 100% better. But I mean, you know, why not? People complain about the grid-based movement as it is. Well, if they add diagonal movement in, then that's getting at least a step away from the horrible grid-based movement, which I actually kind of like, especially because I feel like it fits really well with the whole aesthetic for this game. You know, the turn-based combat and all that. Yeah, but they have that. And also, I don't really understand why this was a big deal, but people were really surprised, it seemed, from articles I read, that fishing and surfing were confirmed in the game. Not really surprised, but kind of like relieved. For some reason, people seem to think they're just going to be like removing very common features that have been in the game forever, in every game. Fishing and surfing have been in the game since Red and Blue. Like, they're not going to remove those. That would be a radical change. They haven't had them in some games, like the GameCube Pokemon games, which they've had they've had several console Pokemon games, and those usually aren't actual RPG style. But they had 2 on GameCube that were Pokemon Coliseum and Pokemon XD Gale of Darkness. Both fantastic games. Excellent. They didn't have fishing or surfing, but that's because those weren't really... Well, first of all, those games weren't, I guess, what you'd consider canon. They weren't even remotely the same is the problem. Like, people could say that, oh, well, there are these games and they don't have those things, so obviously they'll make games that don't have them, but those games aren't traditional Pokemon games. They're not wander around in the wild and find Pokemon games. Like, you steal Pokemon from trainers in those games. That's the point of those games. Yeah, anyways, I could go on, but I don't feel like it. So, Shanks, fantastic Pokemon. One of the best guys in this generation of games. Unfortunately not on my team this time, but at the beginning they're really weak. They dive super fast towards the beginning, but playing on my actual DS cartridge, restarting Pearl, have a Luxray on my team now. I have 5 badges working towards the 6th. It's pretty good. I might lose this battle. I don't remember what level this guy is. I really need to catch my Bidoof, so I just have someone else that exists. Okay, this isn't too bad. Yeah, so Yeah, so fighting trainers is a little bit more difficult than just wandering around, but you also can see them. Even in places where they try to hide them, you can really easily see them, and they also give a lot more. Ooh, critical, nice, suck it! You get a lot more experience from them, which is nice. It's 1.5 times the actual experience you'd get from fighting that Pokemon. So like, if I fought a level 5 Starly in the wild, I would have only gotten 40 experience, but since it was a trainer, I got 60. He also didn't do any damage. He did very little damage. And I have some potions, so I'm gonna go and fight this bitch too. God, these people are such tools. Man. Trainers at the beginning of the games are always just awful. They're horrible, so annoying. Like, not only are they just bad, but they're like obnoxious and silly and kind of stupid sounding too. By the way, I know I'm going to try to keep these videos backlogged and try and record a bunch at once, but unfortunately I am working full-time right now for the next few weeks. If you can't tell, I'm a young adult male. I'm 20 right now, I'm going to be 21 in September, so towards the end of September there may not be any videos if I'm, you know, recovering or in rehab. Fuck it, I got it. But yeah, until a little bit into August, I'm gonna be working full time at the IT department for Auburn University, and then I'll be taking classes in the fall. But I mean, you know, screw classes. I have half the day off anyways. So yeah, I will only be able to record in the evenings, so I'll be tired. I'll be rambling. I will probably be incoherent a lot of the time. And also, I'll lose my train of thought like that. That's gonna happen a decent amount of the time. I'm also not gonna be able to record as much as I would like. I'll try to record a decent amount on the weekends. After I get into this game a decent amount, once I get a couple gyms in, or once I get around halfway, which is actually on the way to the 6th gym, I'd say. Once I get to around there, I'll try to start another Let's Play of some other game. It'll probably be a Pokemon game. I'll probably throw back to a Game Boy Advance game. I'll probably play Emerald. Because, you know, I have that, and that's another one that's really great and all that. Yeah, so I'll probably do that. I might pick a different game if I feel like I shouldn't just be exclusively playing Pokemon games, but it'll probably be the 3rd game that I start playing that I do that. I'll try to sort all my videos into playlists so that you can like consistently watch the same one, and I'll try not to go more than 2 weeks between videos, and by between videos I mean between videos in the same series, which is why I will not have a ton of series out at once. Like, for example, let's say I release this tonight, which is technically Friday morning, 12:28 a.m., July 26th. So if I release this now, I'll try to release the next video for Platinum by the like 3rd, 2nd, oh no, that's 1 week, 2 weeks, yeah, by the 9th. Yeah, I'll try to release by the 9th the next video in this. At least it'll probably be before that. I'm only throwing out that contingency plan because I don't want to let anybody down. I don't want anybody to get upset over the fact that I haven't released anything in a while. Man, I'm getting really shafted with wild Pokemon battles. Yeah, I don't want to like this would happen, but I don't want anybody to be really like, oh, why aren't there any videos being uploaded? But I'll try to do that on a per game basis. So let's say I'm doing this, and then let's say 4 days from now I start another one. Then if the next video in this series would be released by the 9th, the next one in that would be released by the like 13th, whatever the fuck number is added there. Yeah, so I'm probably overcomplicating things a lot, and I probably won't be able to stick to the schedule because I'm an idiot and I'm really bad at managing time. And I also, you know, like to actually play games. And this is a little bit more active than playing games, and it's also gonna like completely kill my throat having to talk this much in a presentation style voice. But you know, it's for the fans, yeah, I'd say I have one fan at least. I think my girlfriend would be considered a fan. I mean, kind of. Definitely didn't get her through actual, like, you know, skill or being good at this. It's definitely just because I'm hot. That's completely not true. I'm an ugly piece of shit. But yeah, I have no idea actually. That's an interesting question. Anyways, I'm not gonna open that can of worms. That's just gonna be depressing. So yeah. Yeah, that's about that. So as I said, I'm probably gonna play through this more this weekend, maybe, but that involves moving files from my computer to my laptop, because I'm going out of town this weekend. Yeah, I'll commit to putting out one more by the end of the weekend. I'll probably also make this a desktop exclusive. As silly as that sounds, I'll probably make this a desktop exclusive Let's Play because I'm recording this emulated on my desktop, and I don't want to have to move files around between my desktop and laptop a ton just because I'm lazy. So I don't want to move around the save states that much. And I'll probably have some like laptop exclusive things, and those will probably be the Game Boy Advance games, because my laptop obviously can't do quite as good of quality as my desktop for video and audio and all that kind of stuff. Good God, level 2, seriously? Nope, not catching this guy. Sorry guys, you're gonna have to watch a couple more battles because I am not catching level 2 Bidoof. Yeah, so Bidoof's bad enough as is, I'm not going level 2. So yeah, it'll be like that, and there'll probably be noticeable quality changes between the laptop recordings and the desktop recordings, but I don't really give a shit because I'm way too lazy to bother like fixing that problem in any way. So you'll just have to deal with it. Oh my gosh, okay. If I don't see, I'm just gonna catch the next level 3. I was hoping to get a level 4. I really don't want to go into the city with only one guy. Not that there's anything like bad that happened in the city, I was just hoping to end the video with having caught somebody. Yeah, so I will go ahead and just catch the next Bidoof I see. Fuck it, even if he's level 2, I don't even give a shit, I'm just gonna catch him, and that's gonna be the end of that. I'm just gonna catch him, walk out of the grass for no reason, go back in, catch Bidoof. If I could find a Bidoof, that would be fantastic. After I find the next Bidoof, I'll just catch it, run into the city, and cut it there, and that'll be my save state. And then I'll pick up from there. I'll get through the first gym, and there's a little bit of backtracking you have to do after the first gym because it kind of dead ends. So I'll do the first gym, and I'll do all the backtracking and get to where we're going purely forward again. That's what I'm committed to doing by the end of the next video. Hopefully that won't take 700 million years. Good God. I don't want you, Starly. I normally would have caught you and Shinx and be like, fuck Bidoof, but this is not a regular playthrough. Man. Level 4 too, that's just... man. Level 4 is the highest you can find on this route, by the way, if I could fucking talk. So that's why I was hoping for level 4 Bidoof. There we go. Oh, sweet, level 2. Thank God. At least it's not a level that's usable. I think I might actually, wow, that was very close. I might actually kill this recording, keep recording, and just record me leveling Bidoof for a little while, because I do not want to have to deal with level 2 for an extended period of time, and you guys probably don't want to have to watch me dealing with a level 2 for an extended period of time. I'm not gonna level him up like a ton, but I want a decent guy that I can like switch out to take hits if I need to. That's how I feel about that. Okay, so here I am at the first city. Can I run? Oh shit, I can run. Well, I'm an idiot. I didn't even realize I could run. Man, texture failed. Good job, emulator. Well, I fucking forgot that I could run. Oh god, that's so awful. Oh man, I forgot about this guy. Fucking Pink Panther over here. Oh! How'd you unmask me as a member of Interpol? Oh, good lord. This guy is an idiot. This is one of the dumbest video game characters I've ever met in my entire life, especially for one that's supposedly in like a high rank and thinks that he's very intelligent. Apparently I just answered something. Whatever, I'm pretty sure he just asked me his crime wrong. And we all know that's not true. Crime is perfectly acceptable, except for violent crime. That's less acceptable. Man, good lord. Wait, if you don't do Pokemon battling, how the hell are you gonna enforce the law? It's not like they have guns in these games. Good lord. Oh, I'm gonna take on this Pokemon barehanded. This guy is dumb as... Oh my gosh, this is like one of the... good reason. I don't know. I can't even talk. I don't know why I'm still recording right now. I'm actually going to come in here and heal and cut it there. I should have cut it as soon as I got to the city, but I didn't really want to cut in the middle of people like talking and, you know, I guess plot stuff going on, just in case anybody gives a shit. Also, I love that person frozen in the top right. Yeah, shout out to freezing every other object. Yeah, so I'm gonna leave right here in the center of the Pokeball, in the middle of the Pokemon Center. Just a little Shift F1 action. Yeah, so I'm just gonna go ahead and do that and call it a Let's Play. Sorry for taking over your time. Man, I did not want this to be a 40-minute long video, but fuck what I wanted. I wanted to make some progress. So, put out a video soon. I'll see you guys later. This is Burmy.